Hi, what I've done is I've imported your design, this is the bottle one, into your Silhouette Studio program. Now I right clicked on it and went ungroup, which means that you can then individually select different items in it. Now I've just simply moved and grouped some of the items that were in there, and then I'm going to try and show you how this will work. Now these are all individual little pieces now, and the biggest problem you're going to have with this is if they marry up in the end, and I can't guarantee that unless you get the measurements exactly right. Now I've not worked in Silhouette Studio. I didn't particularly like the program, and at the time when I was looking at it, preferred a different machine. So I had this to see whether I could work in it, and decided that I wouldn't. Now what you need to do is you need to get each of these that you want these 13 inches high. Now I think this one here goes into here, like I'm showing you here. Now I've just made this bigger, and what I can't seem to do is get the exact measurement of inside these score lines, and I'm not sure which one of these. You probably will know because you work in the program. Now for instance, this one here is 5.4, and you need to make this, if you want the box 6 inches square, you need to bring this out to 6 inches. Now that's all well and good to do that with the node that enlarges it, but what you need to do in this case is have somewhere where it tells you the exact measurements so that you can make this exactly 6 inches. Now excuse me, I just had a tooth pulled out and my mouth's not great. If this was exactly 6 inches, then you could line them up here, but I can't see in any of these ones down the side where it tells you that the height and width of the object. You get scale, style and arrange and line. You get all these ones, but it doesn't seem to give you the exact measurements of something, so that's not ideal. Now once you've got this one sized to your 6 inches, you can then put these other ones at 6 inches and line up the sides. Now measuring it on this, on the grid, which I've made 12 by 24, this looks to be 6 inches wide. So if you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it looks to be 6 inches wide. But this is 5.9 inches, which, I know what I've done. The 5.9 inches, of course, takes into account the edges. Now, unless you can slice off the edges so that you know, now I know a way we might be able to do this. You drag a rectangle, and your rectangle you need to be 6 inches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if we make this 6 inches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now you see that's 5.92. That's 6.1. Oh, crap, hang on a minute. Sorry about the language. No, we'll just take that one out. We'll select this one. Select this one and bring it over. Now this is 6 inches. Now if you can find how you make that exactly 6 inches, you'd be doing well. And of course I can get that to 6 inches one way. Maybe if we do this where we hold our finger on shift, if we hold our finger on shift, we might be able to get that to a 6-inch square. Now that's 0.61. Now let's just, hang on, we've got to go back to this one to do anything with these. So I'll just take that out again by pushing delete. Now this one will select our object. Now if we come down here, we've got to put this object over the top of it and enlarge that centre piece to a 6-inch piece. Right, now we have a 6-inch box in the middle. Now from that, you're going to have to try and get the centre of these to 6 inches. Now this one you're going to need to bring sideways but not any higher, because this already appears to be at about 13 inches. Now the biggest problem you are going to have, of course, is finding paper that is long, and at one stage Cricut put out longer paper, but you can get A3 size sheets that will do what you want to do, remembering that as you bring these out, you're going to have longer, yes, wider pieces at the side. The fold up pieces are going to be wider. So this is where I don't know whether you can slice these off a bit. Now this one's now the right size, that one's now the right size. Having said that, you can see now that this is not exactly straight, because it wasn't an exact angle when she made it, so that the angles are not going to go together well. I'm not quite sure how you're going to do that. These ones here, which are the liners, these ones aren't the liners, these ones are the pieces that go in. So this one just needs to be 6 inches wide, which again you can put across your box and just make 6 inches wide. So that one there will be fine. And this one here, again, you just have to put the inside into, over the top of your box and make that 6 inches wide. Don't get these mixed up, because one goes one way and one goes the other, so it is a bit difficult. Now this is the back of this one, and if we take this one, this is the bottom of your box, and then this one goes on this side here, and then this piece here matches in, no, that's the top of the box. This piece here, which you need to make 6 inches wide again, and of course this doesn't have any flap to go on. This one here goes into here, and if you see that, you'll see that you can make that all the way across. But again, this is only 5.8 inches, so you're going to have a box that isn't square if you're working with it this way. But I'm just showing you how you can do it. I'm certainly not aware of what we can do. Now this one here, again, this is the bottom of the box. I think this light blue one is the top of the box. Can't remember now whether it's the bottom or the top of the box that it was, and I know that it took me some time to actually put this together right, so I think I tried about 4 times before we finally actually got it right. This is the bottom of the box, and again, don't take any notice of these measurements. You want the 6 inches to be in here, so that's probably the same as that. So if you've got one at 6 by centre at 6 by 6, you'd probably be about right. So that's the bottom or the top, whichever one it is, and this one's here. Now these ones here, again, you're going to have to line them up there and use your 6-inch box, which probably if you made it a different colour would be easier, and bring this one out, and that's of course going to change the shape of things that you have in there. But once you've got your 6 inches, you'll find by putting this one on top of there and selecting this height, you've actually got that at the moment 13 inches, which is what you want. So hoping that this video makes some sense to you. These ones here, the green ones go on the outside, these ones go on the inside. I'm pretty sure the green ones go on the outside because you've got both top and bottom on there. And these pieces here, I think you only need one of them, or this is where your bottle actually goes, or your wine glass actually goes, and it goes on an angle inside the box, and sometimes I put it down the bottom and sometimes I moved it further up. So just thinking that these are the top parts of your box, and what I'll do is I'll save this out so that you can again play with it and see whether that helps you for doing things. These things are a tie, just on a bow that goes on the front of the box, I'm pretty sure of that, but you might make the top ones a little bit longer. So it is going to take a little bit of playing around with. This comes up here, and your green ones I'm not quite sure where they go to, but hopefully that's going to allow you to change them as you can. As I say, if you can find the area where you can actually size it in real size rather than relative size, and what I'm talking about there is if you size this in relative size, you're dragging it this way. If you size it in real size, and I'll just put that back so that it's right, you can drag this out this way, and that's real size because this is going to change these numbers. Relative size is where when you drag it out you keep the same dimensions. So hopefully that works, and see how you go.